in the midst of calling out the risks of AI, you also founded this new AI company called Inflection, which, as we noted in the opening video, recently released a chatbot named Pi. Tell us how it is that you are ringing the alarm on the risks of AI, and yet you are part of this arms race, this rush to create and release AI into the world.
I don't see it as an arms race. I see it as the natural development of science and technology. I mean, we are inventing tools, and as with any new tool, that does carry risks, and we just have to make sure that we manage and mitigate the risks. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't progress these technologies. They're going to deliver enormous benefits, and many, many millions of people will be developing these models around the world. The important thing to remember is that these techniques are also available in open source about 12 to 18 months after they've been developed at the largest big tech AI labs in the world, like my own Inflection AI. And so, it's a kind of contradictory process in the sense that the biggest models are getting enormous and they're getting better and better. But at the same time, there are plenty of very small and capable models that are proliferating in the open source. And both of those types of power need to be checked and held accountable. Both the big tech centralized power, which is also accelerating, but also the ability for anybody in the open source community to potentially use these models for dangerous purposes. For example, these models are pretty good at teaching and coaching. So you can imagine that the AI could potentially get good at teaching somebody how to make a bomb or how to manufacture a biological weapon, for example. And we've already seen evidence of this among some of the big labs and have obviously reported it directly to the agencies. And we've actually put together a working group for being able to red team or investigate these models, adversarially attack them, to try and demonstrate their weaknesses and share those best practices with each of the other labs so that we can all patch those gaps as quickly as possible. But we, of course, can't be sure that the open source efforts are going to be, as good and as responsive as that in terms of mitigating some of the downsides. And that's one of the areas of concern that I've been raising.